Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, Navigating Betty. I am Betty. I want to apologize for the less than stellar video quality that I have going on. Can't be helped. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and let you know that on September 23rd, I am going to start a 100-day initiative called Doing It Wrong 100. I'm going to start counting up to the new year. September 23rd is exactly 100 days out from the new year. And what I am going to do is just attack all of the projects, all of the goals that I have been quite successfully ignoring or procrastinating against. For those of you who do not know, I started this channel in October 2021, and I did it in order to document my progress from here to there. I was in a dark place, in a bad way, and I have made progress. I am in a better place now. I used to live in Austin. There was a bad marriage. My house was in forbearance. My car was broken down. My electricity was being cut off. I owed everybody. And I sold my condo, moved to Waco, bought the house, a lot next door, and I don't have a mortgage, which is very fortunate. I have made strides. I've made sacrifices, but I've done it for a reason, and one of the bigger reasons is because I'm 56 years old and I have cashed out all of my pensions. Wherever I've worked, I have cashed them out. I know, bad financial sense. Do as I say and not as I do. So fast forward to now, and it took me 7 months after I moved to Waco, and it took me 7 full months of job hunting to get the job that I have now, which pays me very decently Monday through Friday, weekends, evenings, holidays off, and I am very grateful for it. Did I mention that I also work remotely? Very grateful for it, and I hope to keep it for 6 years. I'm, as I said, 56 right now, and I hope to retire when I hit 62. How can you do that, Betty? You ask. Yes, you do ask. I'm sure that's a question in your head, and that's a question in mine. How am I going to do that? I'm determined to do so by buying back some of my years. I currently work at a place that has the same pension that I used to have whenever I was working at the University of Texas at Austin. And when you work in the same pension area, words, hard for me. So if you're working with an employer that uses the same pension as the one that you withdrew, you have the option to buy back those years, at least in a government setting anyway. So I have put myself in a position where next year I will be able to purchase 12 years that I withdrew from the pension, and it will not be cheap. I withdrew, I think, $33,000, and I will be paying back nearly twice as much, about 56 or 57,000. But then in installments, it will actually be more than twice as much. It will be like 71,000, and that's at 9% installment fee. I hope to, maybe after I pay off all my bills this year, I hope to get a smaller interest rate with another lender and, have a smaller amount. But if I go that route, what happens is you talk to the pension people and you say, hey, give me a cost statement. How much will it cost me to buy these years back? And it turns out that it would be $57,000 or $71,000 if I do it over a 5-year period of time, paying a monthly amount of approximately, drumroll, didn't quite do that well, about $1,200 a month is what it would cost me for 5 years to purchase the 12 years back. But then, if I start it next year and I keep going for 6 years, then what will happen in March of 2029, 6 years from now, 5.5, I will be able to retire because I'll be 62. That's one of the landmarks that you're supposed to meet with this pension, and I will have paid back 12 years. I will already have 6 years, so that will be 18 years. They have a formula which they use in order to calculate your monthly annuity, and that formula is your years of service, which will be 18, multiplied by 2.3, I don't know why, multiplied by your average annual salary, and then that will equal your annual retirement salary, and then they divide it by 12, and then that's your monthly. So currently I get about $57,000. If I can just keep that, I think it's like $1,800 a month or $2,000. So I have put myself in a position where I can do that. I will be able, once I pay off all my bills by the end of this year, I'll be able to afford to make that payment. But that said, I won't be able to afford a whole lot more than that. Which brings me back to my 100-day initiative. Doing it wrong, 100. And this is going to be my attempt to get going on the other goals and projects that I need to start, need to complete. I have this whole plan in mind, and I have allowed myself for the past couple of months to just sit on my patootie and not do a damn thing. I think I watched like close to 30, 35 hours of TV last weekend. Just straight. Just because the next step for me is to create a side hustle, a small business, finish my screenplay, work on the house, the landscaping, painting my house, getting a fence, doing something with the steps. I need to fix up my house. As you can see, I don't have cabinets. I don't have a stove. I don't have a sink. I don't have a shower or a tub, but I have the unique ability to live uncomfortably if I know it is going to serve me well in the near future. And that is a good point, isn't it? In the near future. Can you hold your breath? Yeah. But for how long? Tell me for how long. Well, I'm telling you for how long. I'm going to start a 100-day initiative starting September 23rd called Doing It Wrong 100, because I'm just going to attack my goals and my projects. And I don't care if I do them wrong. I just don't want to do what I've been doing for the last month and a half, which is nothing. Nothing. I haven't been doing anything. I initially started trying to design t-shirts because I thought I would start small. T-shirts are the easiest, are the most ubiquitous thing that you can design something for, put it on Etsy and see if it sells. And it's surprisingly hard to do. I'm not naturally creative. I'm more tactile. I want to, build. What is the word? Whenever you take apart a house, I did my own demo on this house even before I hired contractors to come in and, do the rest. I demoed my entire house. I took the, oh gosh, the paneling down, the wallpaper down, the fixtures. I did it all because I am more handy than I am creative. But that is the next step. It doesn't matter if I'm not creative or not. That is the next step. I need to create a business, and I need to just chug along, get started. Because I'm not good at it yet, but that doesn't mean that I'm not ever going to be good at it. But I won't know if I'm ever going to be good at it if I don't start it. But I don't start it because I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. Does any of this at all resonate? I mean, I'm 56 years old, and 56, or being in your 50s, is different than any of the other decades that come before. If you're 20s, you can blame your parents. If you're 30s, you can just chalk it up to, lesson learned. All right, I've got it now. I'm going forth. I'm seasoned now. I'm in my 30s. In your 40s, you've made mistakes, but, you still have time to turn it around. You can, you still have time. In your 50s, not so much. Things start to fall apart. You get backaches. So many insulting things happen to you physically. You get the wrinkles. And I stood up quickly the other day, and I swear I heard a pop in my ankle, and I hobbled around for a good 10 minutes. What was that? I don't know. I have no idea what that was. So you start to feel your limitations. You start to realize that you've made bad decisions, married the wrong people, threw money away at things that you could slap yourself for. And you're able to look back and realize how disastrously you have conducted your life. And, you don't have any excuses. I don't have any excuses. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to myself. Maybe I didn't care enough about myself or about what was going to happen. Maybe I just thought I had all the time in the world. And I think of it as a bit of, I think of myself as lucky now that I did paint myself into such a tight and dark corner 2 years ago that I couldn't not act. I didn't have that option anymore. I failed so miserably and so completely at my own life that I felt compelled enough to create this channel to have some accountability in my life. And that's what it was, and that's what it remains. And the fact that I have been so reluctant to continue on with the business, with the plans in my head, just tells me that I really need to step it up. So, September 23rd begins my 100 day initiative to the new year. I intend, here's what I intend to do, or how I intend to start the brand new year. I intend to have a much better understanding of YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to do. My phone is on the blitz. I cannot rotate it. Whenever I try to take a video in landscape mode, it shows up in landscape mode, but in whatever this is mode. And I have done auto rotate, and I have gone to the settings, and I have gone to the app and done all the things. I've even done that whole, there's this one video that I saw where it tells you how to check the sensor. I did that and nothing. I'm thinking about just completely doing a hard reset. I've taken off all the apps, and I had added apps, and it doesn't matter. But I have 2 other phones, and the video quality may not be good, but I intend to upload a video every single day, beginning September 23rd until December 31st, documenting my progress from here to there. And the things that I intend to do are going to leave me exhausted. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to want to do it. I want to cry just thinking about it. But it has to be done. I have to do this. And I can do this. So, I am going to pay off all my credit card debt. That includes PayPal and loans that I have with my credit union, and I have 2 credit cards. I have USAA, and I have a credit card for my credit union. I have 2 little loans, one $2,000, one's $200, and then I have PayPal, and I have Care Credit, and I intend to pay all those off. Then I intend to start. I bought a pressure washer, and I bought a spray gun, spray paint spray gun. I bought a gun, and I'm going to attempt to pressure wash all of the paint smooth, and then I'm going to caulk stuff and fill wood filler stuff, and then I'm going to paint whenever it gets cooler. I'm thinking October, and I'm going to paint my house. And it just depends on how much the paint is, how much the materials are, but I intend to do it like one side a weekend. Whether it looks good or bad, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it wrong. But then, right now it's all kinds of colors, so I can only imagine that I'll feel better, and it's going to be either a color like this or a color, like this dark or lime green, because those are my colors. Maybe orange, but something bright, something cheery, something pretty that makes me feel happy to be here whenever I pull up in the driveway. It's my house. It's my damn house, and I can do what I want with it. So that's for the housing, financial, for myself. I'm going to weigh myself every single day, and I'm going to upload it if I can get my camera to work. I want to lose. I weigh about 160 something, 161, 2, 3, whatever. I want to be 150 come December 31st. And then I want to upload a video every day, but I want to work on editing it. The more you do something, the easier it becomes. So I want to work on editing and learning video editing. I have it's going to be 8. It's an 8-year-old MacBook Air. And they're not going to next year I will not be able to update the operating system on it. So I might be looking at buying a new one, but that's for next year. All I am worried about, all I am keeping my thoughts on this year is this 100 days. And then I'm not going to think about anything for probably a week or so. But every day I'm going to upload a video, 3 minutes maybe, and maybe it's not even going to be me. I intend to try to do what they call faceless videos, where it's just like photos and somebody's talking over it. Maybe history, maybe inspirational, maybe just damn silly. I don't know. But the more I practice, the better I'll get at it. And along with that, I also had a thought. Along with that, t-shirts. I'm going to create a design every single week. And I will show it to you, let you know where my Etsy page is. It's going to be under my business name, Every When Productions. Every When. It's an adverb. Look it up. Every When Productions. I am going to create a design every single week. Just one. Hopefully, I'll be able to, I'll get so good at it, I'll be like, yeah, this is nothing. I can do this all day long. The more you practice something, even if it's crap, the better you get at it. You learn something from it, even if it's bad, even if you do it wrong. So, in a nutshell, that is what I am going to be looking at trying to do. The things that are going to fall to the wayside, how I look, apparently, obviously. How I look, how messy the house is, although I will not slide into gross. But, if things are just messy or not put away, I don't care. I don't have a dishwasher. I have dreams about my dishwasher. Like, yeah, I'm going to just put it in the dishwasher and hit a button, and, that's it. I wash dishes an average of 3 to 5 times a day. That's like half an hour, 45 minutes right there. Anyway, from between now and the 23rd, I'm going to upload probably a couple of videos just focusing in on like the daily tasks, how I'm going to chop those up, get around to it. But yeah, December 31st, what I plan to have accomplished by then is to be 150 pounds, have all of my credit card debt paid off, have my house painted, have at least, at least 15 new designs on my Etsy page, and have finished my screenplay. I don't know about that. The screenplay, with so much time, I sit at my job. It took me 7 months to find this job, but I'm very happy with it, except for the fact that I just sit there. It's a phone job. It's a purposeful job. I love my job, but I do just sit there. So to have to sit down even just some more. I may get a standing desk. Oh, and I want to be frugal. I want to minimize my belongings, but I'll talk more about all of that later videos in how I'm preparing, what I'm doing to prepare. And yeah, so if you've been hanging out, thanks a lot. It means a lot. And also, if you have thought about starting something, finishing something, trying something new, maybe you can do it with me in this next 100 days coming up. Why not? Just do it wrong. Why not? I don't care how old you are. If something is stopping you from attempting something that you've been wanting to do, you could just tell yourself you're going to do it wrong. And you have nothing to lose. And you may, in doing it wrong, you may just get a few incremental steps closer to your goal. You know, you never know. In doing it wrong, you may figure out how to do it right. At least that's my goal. Anyway, you'll be seeing a lot of me in the next few months. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.